First of all, Les Fifita, if you're out there, I know you might be out there. I enjoy texting back and forth with your father from time to time.
Yes, sir.
But I want to give you the ultimate compliment. You obviously know Greg Biggins from 24/7 Sports. Greg Biggins, for everybody out there, and he said this on my show 2 years ago, Greg Biggins has seen every West Coast quarterback for the last 35 years, all of them. And I asked him point blank. I said, we were talking about Noah Fifita, and I said, who's the quarterback you need to win a game, one drive, go 99 yards? Without blinking, without it saying anything else, he said Noah Fifita. He said, I know what people might say. He says, I don't care. It would be Noah Fifita. It wouldn't be anybody else. This is the most esteemed recruiting guy on the entire West Coast. Have you always just been that dude? Be honest.
I give so much credit, Coach, to Greg Biggins. He's kind of been a supporter since my sophomore year of high school, really. To be honest, my freshman year. Regardless of what was happening, he always supported me, and still to this day, he texts me from time to time. So much love, so much respect to Greg Biggins.
There's a fantastic article about you the other day through CBS and how you are in the top 7 nationally in terms of third down percentage efficiency, in terms of pressure efficiency, and then red zone efficiency. Like, again, as you came in last year, it just didn't seem like very much rattled you at all. Where did that come from in terms of your DNA and just being cool under pressure?
That's just kind of how my dad raised me. I give a lot of credit to my dad. He did a really good job kind of preparing me for those situations. And even when I was waiting my turn, he made sure I stayed prepared so that when my time came, I was ready. But so my dad and my preparation a lot, but also just kind of the people around me, my coaches and my teammates, they put me in a lot of positions to succeed. Kind of the play call, from the play calls to, I guess when you're in third down and red zone and you need a play to be made, it comes down to personnel. And when you have Jacob Cowing and T-Mac and Tanner McLaughlin and then Mike Wiley and Jonah Coleman, I mean, it makes my job easy. My job is literally just to give them the ball and let them do what they do. So much credit to the people around me.
All right, talk about the Stanford game. You go in there, Arizona's in a kind of a back-and-forth game. You go in there, Jaden DeLora gets a little bit of an injury, march him right down the field, get the touchdown, salt the game away. From an outsider's perspective, that you made easy work of all that, and with your first real game action, was that when you stepped on there? Was it just like, I'm ready for this?
Yeah, I mean, I mean that's kind of the moment I was dreaming of and preparing for it. And I hate the way it went down because I never want to see anybody, but especially like Jaden, one of my boys like Jaden, go down the way he did. But I mean, it goes from concern to now this is what you're dreaming of, and now you got to take advantage of the opportunity. So kind of going on the field and just having fun, playing the way I played my whole life, getting the ball to my receivers, letting them once again do what they do. Jacob Cowing, DJ Williams finished off the drive. So once again, the people around me made my job so easy.
We talk about all the great things, obviously. So I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit with something. What was a moment last year that you wish you could just get back? Like it just didn't work out. But
USC.
Yeah. I knew 100%. You were
going to say that. USC. And everybody want to talk about Coach Fish's play call in overtime. We would have never been in that situation.
I loved it. It
would have never been. We would have never been in that situation if I don't throw the interception in the second quarter when we were up 17-0. They finally make a big play on offense, and then we get a fumble, and then I throw a pick to the 3-yard line. So that play, and then the play I made in second overtime, the 2-point conversion to Cowing where I underthrew him, that play still haunts me to this day.
Yeah. When you look at some of your games where, because so many of your games were just statistic awesome games, but there were even games too, like Colorado. Not a lot of people were like, man, that was Noah's first real freshman game. And you still came back and won. I mean, was it your freshman year? And I know you had a lot of talent, but let's be honest here. At the same stage, you still have to be able to deliver the ball. Was it as easy as it looked on film? Because you never break sweat. You never look rattled. You never lose your cool. Or was this just something that, you and your pops have been planning for a long time?
Now, this is something that me and my father been playing for a while, but I mean, it wasn't easy all the time. There was times it was tough. Colorado is probably the best example of that. And to be honest, the guy that got me through the Colorado game and kind of helped me reset was Jaden DeLora.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off, played really bad the first 2 drives, came off, and Jaden's kind of the one that settled me down and helped me relax. And then obviously being able to lean on Jonah Coleman in the run game is special. I think he averaged 17 yards a carry that game. So it's like when you're doing that, it makes a quarterback job really easy. So, I mean, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, but I'm extremely blessed to have the people that I had.
I know we talk about just the transition between Fish and obviously Coach Brennan and how that all went down a million times. But, what we don't really talk about too much is, what kind of conversations were you having with your family, in conjunction with all the other players that you're really close with and their families, and how much of a part of your decision did they play in you coming back?
There was a lot of conversations with my family, obviously. Obviously, my dad, talking to my dad a lot, and then I probably spent the whole week with T-Mac that week, and then we had player-run meetings, meetings with Coach Brennan. So I was kind of trying to talk to everybody that I could talk to. And my family, they allowed it to be my decision, and they gave me obviously their advice and what they thought. But at the end of the day, they allowed it to be my decision, and we made it as a team.
You guys announced you were coming back without an OC even being hired technically yet. That's a real leap of faith right there. What just talk about, I mean, Brent Brennan and the players, that must have really sold you, because a lot of people are going to say, well, I at least want to see what the OC is, and you guys jumped right back in.
Well, we didn't really want to wait. We wanted to make it official. We wanted to reassure the Tucson community, but also more importantly to just kind of solidify our roster to try to see if we announce we're staying, what guys can we keep. And to be honest, it wasn't about the offensive coordinator. It wasn't about the scheme. We believe that obviously Coach Babers is fantastic, and Coach Fish was fantastic last year, so scheme that plays a big part in it. But at the end of the day, the players are the ones on the field having to make plays. So for us, it was always, do we believe in the head coach? And we did, big time. We believed in him from the moment we met him. And then the second thing was, can we keep our core guys? And once we answered those two questions, regardless of who the offensive coordinator was, we were excited to stay.
Outside of like Oregon and maybe Washington, there wasn't very many schools in the Pac-12 that just packed the stadium week in, week out, right? It's a different brand when you come over to the Big 12, and 6 of the teams 100% capacity all last season. What's it going to feel like when you're driving through cornfields and pastures, and all of a sudden the stadium pops up out of nowhere and there's 67,000 people just going crazy?
When you said that, I started thinking of Washington State last year. That stadium popped out of nowhere. But it's gonna be awesome being able to play in a new conference. We know that some really good teams, obviously, but the environments we're going to play in are great. We have 5 away games, obviously, and all 5 games are going to be probably sold-out crowds, from Kansas State and Utah in week 3 and 4, and then we go to UCF for the space game, and then TCU and BYU show out regardless of how their team's doing. So we know that great opponents, great atmospheres, and then obviously probably what we're looking forward to most is our 7 home games at Arizona Stadium. We know our guys are going to show out. Zona Zoo, all of our fans and alumni are going to pack the stadium. So we're looking forward to it. August 31st can't come fast enough.
Who's your breakout player on the offense for who could possibly be the Noah Fifita of the 2024? Maybe not to that standard, but who's somebody that, or maybe even a couple players that people should keep an eye out for?
I don't want to spoil too much, but guys got some exciting things we got coming. Everybody knows about T-Mac.
Right.
Our running back room is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Seeing Ja'Cory and Quali and them already playing is really good. But then on the defense side, obviously Jacob Manu special.
Yeah.
Traden Stoops and Takari Davis, probably the most underrated defensive backs in the country. But the guys I want to shout out is Malachi Riley. That's the guy. That's the guy who I'm looking forward to most.
Calm down, Mike.
But,
calm down.
You can even go deeper. Our receiver room is so deep this year, and people don't even really realize it. But fall camp is gonna be really fun, from T-Mac to Malachi Riley, Montana, Ray Mello and Jeremiah Patterson just transferred in. They look really good. Rex Haynes, AJ Jones, Chris Hunter had a really good spring. So you can go down the list. Brandon Phelps is special. He has a little swag to him. I love watching him play. So our receiver room is extremely good.
I just want to say this is going to be my last thing before you take off. But I've been around U of A for my whole life. I've been a big fan. But what you guys did this year was really special, because especially in today's day and age with the NIL, the constant movement of people, you just don't see athletes and players stay as a family and stick together like you guys did. And I just want to commend you and T-Mac and the whole group, Jacob. You guys did a phenomenal job, and this community really rallies behind you. You guys are stand-up individuals, man. I've never spoken to you face-to-face before, but yeah, listen, man, there's a lot of pride that comes through, especially from our audience. They just absolutely love you guys. And you guys are a unique breed of individual, and it's a blessing to have you here for sure.
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Like I said, special family, special player, and whenever I think of you, I always think of that Greg Biggins quote.
Yes, sir.
Because, so again, man, we really appreciate you and your time, bro.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.